Let's go next to Fook Yu. Fook Yu, tell me, from 1 to 10, where do you rank the job that Trump is doing so far? 10 being perfect, 1 being terrible.
Um, I'd probably say like a 4.
Okay. Well, what's on your mind? What did you want to ask about today?
I just wanted to ask your thoughts about Nick Fuentes.
As a person or in terms of his beliefs?
I guess both. Whichever or.
As a person, I don't know the guy. I think what did he pepper spray some woman who came to his door? I don't know. I don't know much about the guy as a person. I mean, what I can tell you is he does seem to be in the middle of some pretty serious personal struggle that is manifesting, I would guess, with some of these outrageous political views. I oppose white nationalism, and he is a white nationalist. Therefore, I find his political views disgusting and reprehensible.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy. He seems unstable, but I think that a neuropsych eval would be required to really figure it out.
No, what's wrong with his ideas?
Oh, I think white nationalism is an antisocial, negative force on society by its nature, and I oppose white nationalism.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you like white nationalism?
I don't think it should be portrayed in the way it is. I
Meaning
think
what? It's getting a bad rap?
it's just misconstrued.
How so?
Um, I think many people just think that it makes you a Nazi, and I just think it's not true.
Well, who says that?
I think that's the underlying implication when you say it's disgusting.
Well, I don't think it matters whether it makes you a Nazi. I mean, the idea of building a society that enshrines in civil law white people at the expense of everyone else with fascist ideology, exclusion, racism, and sometimes racist violence. I don't have to use the word Nazi once to describe qualitatively why I think it's bad. Did you see how I just didn't need to use the word Nazi?
I see that. I mean,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Um,
So, in other
but
words, your criticism was white nationalism doesn't make you a Nazi. I just told you what I don't like about it without using the word Nazi. Tell me where I'm wrong. I didn't introduce Nazi. You did. So just forget about Nazi. What did I is racist violence good? Is exclusion good? Is fascist ideology good? Tell me what's good about the substance.
I don't condone racial violence, but I don't think it's wrong to have, an identity based on your race as a white person.
No, white nationalism doesn't mean people can't have an identity based on their race. The question is white nationalism as the identity of a government. That's why it's called nationalism. Just like, hey, I identify as a guy, I identify as tall or short, I identify as white or black. Like, that's one thing, right? White nationalism is different. White nationalism is an ideology that seeks to put in place a certain type of government structure.
Wouldn't you say this was a white country, though,
When?
up until the 50s and 60s?
I don't think so. I mean, first you had Native Americans, then you did have what we would call white people from Europe come over, but then also we had an influx of African slaves. So no, I don't. I mean, if your argument is just like more than 50% of the population has been white at different points, sure, but I don't know what you mean by a white country.
Like, the demographic was about 90% white until the 50s and 60s.
90%, I don't think so. No, no. Let me ask you a different question. Am I correct in identifying that you identify as male?
Yeah.
Other than Nick Fuentes, What sorts of male figures do you see that you like or revere right now?
I guess, like I say, Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate and Nick Fuentes. Okay, who else?
Um, I think Kanye is pretty funny. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
say like he's an idol, but honestly, he's um he's pushing the Overton window in a way that's quite substantial. I feel like
How old a guy are you?
mid 20s,
Mid-20s. Okay, and where did you grow up roughly?
in the Midwest.
Okay. And like kind of what situation, like you have a mom and a dad, two moms, two dads. What was it kind of like your growing up situation?
I had a normal childhood, mom and a dad.
Mm-hmm. And you got sucked. Did you learn? Did people like Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, and Kanye appeal to you because of something your parents introduced you to, or did you come to that on your own?
No, I came to it on my own.
Interesting. And how did you come to it? Literally, how? Was it like scrolling a platform, or a friend told you, hey, check out Andrew Tate, or what?
I'm trying to think, but I would probably say yeah, just internet.
You weren't looking for him, you were scrolling, and an algorithm gave you Taint.
What?
You were
Sounded wrong.
scrolling, and the algorithm was like, here's Nick Fuentes, here's Andrew Tate, here's these people. It wasn't like, oh, go check this out. You were just scrolling, and it was given to you.
Um, yeah, I'd probably say so.
And you were just like, wow, this resonates with me.
Yeah, pretty
Cool.
much.
Do you have a job?
I do.
What kind of industry you work in?
Um, Honestly, I don't want to say.
You don't even want to say the industry? Like, for example, are
Um,
you a lawyer? Are you an accountant? Are you a doctor?
oh no, I'd say like blue collar.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, if nothing else, Fook, you've really given us a lot to chew on in terms of the crisis of young men in this country. And I can't thank you more for allowing us a window into that.
For sure.
All right.
All
There
right.
goes Fook. Wow. Instructive. I mean, listen, folks, this is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. And wow. Wow.